All right, it's Tuesday morning, May 17th. A few seconds before the open. I've got the 1 minute chart here on the right, 15-minute on the left. I'll go ahead. We've got a gap higher looking at the daily chart. I'll annotate price action with a marker here for the first minute of trade. All right. Okay, there we go. Decent little range there. Doesn't look like much, only because the gap from the close yesterday is so much higher. But we've got, well, maybe 5 points worth of range, so not a bunch. We've definitely seen more. So we'll ask ourselves if it's a gap and if it's a fill the gap kind of a morning or just a gap and go. Feels like we'll fill the gap here at some point. We've got Jerome Powell speaking later today around 1 p.m. Central Time. Definitely want to watch like 40.55. It was the overnight kind of spike low. Overnight high was, let me pull this into view, like 83 or 84, somewhere right around here, 83 3/4. So here's overnight high, here's overnight low, here's our opening range on the 15-minute, and then on the 1 minute. Being that Powell is speaking later, could have some action in the morning and then could kind of fizzle out after the market makes a move or two. It may not, could be volatile, but that's the way it goes sometimes when there's news. I'm going to pull up the NASDAQ real quick, just take a peek at it. NASDAQ hanging in there. Looking kind of strong. NASDAQ, that is. Was looking on the overnight and the 15-minute to try to see. So here's the 15-minute overnight price action where it's all shaded. Regular trading hours is now in the dark black. But so here's where I'm getting that 55 level from, right? Like this spike lower. Bulls weren't having it, bought it back up. Here's opening range. Seems like the bulk of the last few hours was spent between, call it 74 down to like 60, 62 maybe. Here's our 5-minute chart on the right side. So not a whole bunch for me to do just yet. I like the fill the gap scenario. I mean, it seems pretty likely. At some point in the day, right? Might not be just right now that we fill the gap. So 65 is definitely a little battle area. So here we are, right? Like, see what they do at 55. Good amount of volatility still. See if they break it lower or push it up first. Got another few minutes, 2.5 minutes till we get a new 5-minute bar. Just trying to figure out what I'd like to do. Oh, we've got business inventories, not a big market mover, and then housing market index at 9 a.m. Central Time. Ooh, that's still pretty hot. Need to put a little water in there. A little extra water. There we go. See what they do at 65 if they can push it through. So far, it's gotten sold at that level. Another 45 seconds till we get a new 5-minute bar. New area of contention is right around 60, 40, 60. Again, I'm trusting that the market's, it'll show me what it wants to do, just like yesterday morning. It's not hidden. I think target to the downside would be like 40.35. If we go lower, like if you're short here. But who knows at this point. Feels a little bit weak now that we can't get above this. But just because you feel it doesn't mean it's real, right? In the words of, I think it was Radiohead. Just because you feel that way doesn't mean it's real. So let's watch what they do at 60. We're above 60 right now. Looking at 65 is that resistance. Got another just over 2 minutes so we get a new 15-minute bar. All right, let's see if they push it up here. So here's that overnight 15-minute right here. All right, trying to sell the 65 now. I think I'll sell it here. I did, so I just sold it here. I'll be wrong above this level here. I don't like that, darn it. Don't like that. All right, I want to see this thing behave here pretty soon. Bears need to get their act together here. Need to get it together. Want to see him get it below 60. Get it below 60 here and keep it. Not looking great, but I'm going to stick with it and see what we can get. See if we can press the issue a bit here. Boy, something's moving a little slow here. Alright, so let's see if they can push it right here. This is the spot they got to do it. They got to get it below 60. Got to get below here, look for a little continuation and push the downside. Just managing my risk. I'm moving my stops up a little bit more now. Maybe this is it right here. Nope, keep giving the old head fake. Alright, let's see, this is it. We gotta break that 55 now. There we go. So you're gonna break 55. My stuff's moving slow. I don't know what's up with this. Alright, I'm going to buy a little bit back right here. Come on. There you go. Jeez. Yeah, something's a little glitchy here. Wrong above this node right here. I don't want it if we get above that. Yeah, there. So it came down to 55 again. Won't be good for the Bears if they hold this 55 level. So they came down a little bit lower on the 15 minute. Looks like they're going to come right back up. I might probably going to flatten out of this thing pretty soon. So I took some off right down here, got short up here, holding against this level right here, but I'm not loving this right now, not loving the price action. I'm going to buy a little bit more back right here. Alright, so I'm in 1/3 of that original position. Looking for it to push a bit lower. Yeah, my stuff's moving kind of slow. I don't know what the deal is. Alright, so we broke that. Let's see if we can get down somewhere down around here. And I've got to stop just right above this level right here. Let's see. It's right at my entry point, really. All right. Let's see. 50. So yeah, my stop on this one's gonna be right around here, just under 60. Might be a little tight, but that's all right. I've already taken profit on this one, so let it be. I can always look to re-enter somewhere. Okay, so that last little bit, I had it at break even there, so I'm out on that. Not a bad little trade. This move down here is what got me in. Came up, slammed it down pretty hard, but was mindful that 55 was the level to get through, so we'll watch it now. It's always fun when you read it well, comes up, takes out your runner, your stop, and then just right back to down. So yeah, that's nice. That's a little frustrating here, but we'll see if we can get below this. And then if we do, next level in my mind is like high 30s that we're looking for. So I had my stop just a little tight there. Maybe should have held it against this guy here. That probably would have been the better spot to hold it against. But oh well. Gotta manage it, right? Gotta manage that risk. So remember I mentioned 60 earlier, that little move here. Came up to 60, pushed it off, and then we're back down. But I'm not involved right here yet. So that first one was a good one. Wasn't bad. Yeah, on this there was just something about it where I thought, I don't know if I wanted if they, like sometimes it'll break a level. I mentioned that 55 level, 40-55, which is where we're at right now. Based on this spike here, there's sometimes just looking at context where it breaks a level. It's like, ooh, I want it when it does. You get in and it runs. Today, not feeling it as much. Doesn't mean that we can't just plunge lower. Never means that. Hard one for me to read this morning. So far. Like I don't have a lot of conviction just yet. And probably because of that, it's just because of this choppiness in here. Little baby channel here. Baby channel. Sure, stop at 48. Sure, stop and reverse there. A few minutes before that news, here's the 5-minute. So, it's kind of boring. Here's the 15, here's the overnight price action. Kind of slow, kind of slow. Not much going on. Oh, okay, we're 20 seconds away from this news. It's not supposed to be earth-shattering or anything. So had our one trade earlier, shorted here based on this, hard rejection, got short right on 60, gave us a little bit of heat, and then pulled in, scaled out of most here, held a stop at my entry point there, and then out. That's it. So worked out good, was managed well. All right, looks like, okay, let's see if we get a little bit of movement. Man, it's been boring. Well, even when there's seemingly not much to do, we've got to keep in mind that there can be. The market is dynamic. It can change when it wants to. Tempo can go from very slow, like this morning, then it can pick up and accelerate. It can start out quick and then decelerate. So, got to be mindful of that. Let's see if they get it above this area. 62.5. Feels like they will. They got to get above 60 first. So we're right here around 60. See if they can take it up. All right, first half hour is in. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna just pull up a quick fib. Onachi. See where 200 times, or I'm sorry, like 100 times that would be. 40.91. What's up at 40.91? Anything up there? Not really. All right. Yep, got up to, looks like 63 there, 40.63. Watch it around 50, or 60 rather. Two, it comes down to knowing when to act and knowing when to just sit. Right now I'm just flat, just sitting on my hands. Got to ask ourselves, what's our definition of progress today, or consistent? What was the wording I've been using? Let's see. So something that I've been thinking about is the fact that, reading this book, I can and will have a winning performance every day. And you say, how is that? How can you guarantee that you're going to have success every day? Well, it depends how you define success, right? I can and will have a winning performance every day. What in the heck is this guy talking about? Well, if I define a winning performance as watching the market without emotion, right? Not having fear of missing out, and then just executing with stops and targets in place, then I will have a winning performance every day, because that the profit will take care of itself. The first part is really risk management, knowing where you're wrong. Probably number one is structurally knowing where you're wrong. Second after that would be knowing where you're right, where your targets are. And somewhere in that mix is managing your emotions. So, yeah, there's a lot of management that has to take place within companies, like a lot. You got to manage people, you got to manage product, you got to manage COVID, supply chain issues, all that crap. You got to manage it. It's just part of it, right? With trading, sure, you got to manage risk, but before that, I feel like you've got to manage emotion, right? If you can manage emotion, then managing risk, it'll take care of itself. It will take care of itself. Now that's emotion, fear, and with greed, because it's easy to get rose-colored glasses. You start putting a string of winners together. You think, man, I'm invincible. I'm gonna load this thing up, and then it goes against you, and you're not willing to accept the fact that you're fallible, that you can be wrong. So number one is managing emotion. Yeah, just going by construction sites, there's so much to manage. I've built houses before and I've remodeled houses, and man, there's a lot to deal with. And so I think, boy, I'd rather just sit here and manage little old me. Easy in theory, right? In theory, it seems easy, but the actuality of it is that it takes a lot of practice to manage yourself, to manage your emotions, your expectations, what you think the market should do, what it is doing. But if I can say, you know what, I'm going to have a successful day because I'm going to sit back and observe what the market's doing, right? I'm going to let it show me. Like, it's going to show me. It's going to tell me which direction it wants to go, but based on price movement. Not be fearful of missing out. A lot of trades, I've got a good amount of time to get in them. Now, yesterday, the one I took early, that was kind of more subconscious, like a reflex trade. Same with this one this morning. Wasn't really sure what I was wanting to do. Didn't have any plan around here, but then I saw that it came up again, tried 65 again, and sold it hard, and thought, okay, I've seen enough movement here, I want to try to short it. So there wasn't a whole lot of conscious thought. I mean, there was for a brief amount of period. The conscious thought probably came in as I was scaling out and placing stops. But the subconscious took care of a lot of that other stuff. So again, they're selling it here at 65. Let's see. Now I'm not in a hurry to short this thing, knowing that we can just push right up here. But again, there might be some kind of like wonky price movement. If we flush down and there's something that I see, I'll let you know, and I'll decide to get long or short. I should say short or long. So they're selling, selling 65 again. Here's 60. Just boring range this morning. Not a whole lot here. Not a whole lot to do. There's some days, I've said it before, where you just have a good sense of what you think you'd like to do. And sometimes that comes true, like it plays itself out, and other times it doesn't. And then there's other times where it's like, I have no idea what I want to do just yet regarding the market. And it comes to you later on. Sometimes it comes to you quick, sometimes it comes to you at a medium pace, other times it doesn't come to you. I guess you could relate it to like, well, I'm gonna just watch here for a second, take a break. I guess you could relate watching the market to watching someone paint a picture, right? Or draw a sketch. Like they started at first, and it might be just a whole bunch of random lines that you have no idea what the heck you're looking at. But at some point, more than likely, things will kind of line up. You'll lock it in your eyes and say, oh, yeah, they're drawing this. This is what that is. They're drawing skyline of Chicago. Oh, that's beautiful. I like it. Oh, look at that. I can even see in a window. There's a person inside of that building of this picture of the skyline. Oh man, they've got a smile on their face. They're happy. You can see the detail of the picture as time progresses. And so right now for me, looking at this thing, like I can't tell what the market's trying to do. I don't think it knows either, right? It's just kind of waffling, wavering here back and forth. So I'm not going to stick my neck out there and say, oh yeah, I think we're drawing a picture of a car, when in fact we're drawing a picture of a horse. I'm not going to try to guess. Not with any amount of risk that I want to take on. You might try to guess sometimes with like a small amount, but just gonna sit tight and see what happens here. So just real tight. 55's our level, right? The spike lower. 65's the level they keep selling. See if the bears can take it. Yeah, so target to the downside. If we do get there, I've got a target 36, call it. Just based on the 15-minute chart here. Where are we at? 30. Yep. So yeah, definitely like some business took place in this area. So first target would be like that 36. And who knows, I mean, Jerome Powell speaking today at 1 o'clock Central, so anything can happen, right? In the words of our buddy Mark Douglas, anything can happen and something will happen. It's good to know. Man, I had a little chat thing. I know I've got such a big audience. Days like today where it's just grinding, it's kind of cool to like talk back and forth. But for some reason, I can't see where comments would be. Not that I ever really have any comments. But yeah, I guess if you're watching, if you just wouldn't mind putting in like test or something like that. Or hey, I'm long. I just loaded the boat from this level. Or I'm short. You don't have to do that. Huh. I wonder why it's not pulling up. I really don't know enough about this to... Oh. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see where it would be. All right, well, back to the market. Watch 55, see if they sell it here. I might be getting ready to do a short here. Might miss it. Might get it right by the tail. It's looking kind of weak, this stuff here. Haven't shorted yet. Looking for something to lean against here. I think I'll lean against 60. We'll see what it does if it gets up here. Might be a fool's errand though to short here. I don't know. So it came down twice this 50 level. Again, we'll let the market tell us what it wants to do. Let it show us. $60 to 62, I guess I'll watch that. I just put in a new 15-minute bar. Jerome Powell is speaking later in the day. So, yeah, there have been times I've watched the market just do nothing for hours and hours and hours. Then it moves once there's an announcement. Alright, that could be it right there. Might try a short against that guy. We'll watch it here. Watch it 55, see how it acts. Let's see what it does at 55. I won't miss it. I'll see it. So again, some days are just a ton of opportunity. Some days you gotta wait a while for it. Other days there's not much opportunity. Today the market is testing my patience. I had one trade, we're 45 minutes in. Not a lot to do. I know Mark Douglas, trading in the zone, he'll also say like, there's times when sitting on your hands will be like putting money in the bank. He'll say there's times when doing nothing will be like putting money in the bank. It's just like putting it in there. All right, let's see if we get 60. Let's see what it does here. 60 to 62. Gonna watch that. So if I get short somewhere up around here, my first level of contention is 40.55. As far as first target that I'd like to see it get through. It may not be that I get short though. Sold 62. I didn't. I'm saying that the market got sold off at around 62, 40, 62. I'm going to sell a little bit right here. See if they can keep it under 60. I'm gonna buy a little bit right here. I'm still in 80% of my position. I'm gonna buy some right here. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna put my stop right up at this level. Want to see it break 55. I'd like to see it stay below 60, so it came down here to 55, tried 60. Let's see if we can get lower here. Hopefully take out this low of the day. That'd be nice. Ah, that's nice. All right, I'm gonna even trail a piece of this against the high on the wick that we just put in. So I've got a piece of this up here, this stop. I'd like to see it push below that. A little bit of movement. Gonna give this guy a little time. Took a little time for that for me to do anything there. Come on, Mr. Market, give me a little something. Give me a little something. So yeah, it's just not a whole lot to do right now. A little breakdown would be nice. I'd take it. Again, I want to see it stay below 60. It's really not cooperating here. I've got a tight stop. I got it to some here down at 56, so that worked out well. But yeah, not a lot to do, not a lot to get excited about. Could this be it? Let's see if this is it. Tried 60 again. Kind of wanted to add there, but I didn't. But I'm just going to hold it. We'll see if we get some nice follow through here. If we don't, I'm going to bail and get out of it. Let's see. There we go. Looking better. All right, so stop's gonna be right here. I just can't get it through. Kind of frustrating. I'm gonna buy a little bit back right here. All right, so I'm still in 30% of that original position, holding against this high at 60 right now, looking for a break of this and then pull down into here. Yeah, that was a good little, I mean, again, you get in this one and I don't know, maybe it runs for 20 points, maybe it doesn't, but that was a nice little tell right here where it came up, couldn't get above 60, they sold it again, pushed below it. Want to see it stay below 55 now, ideally, it takes out this level here. Kind of messing with chump change today, going for 6, 7 points at a time, but oh well. Gotta take what the market gives you, right? I mean, it's not advertising like, hey, I'm super volatile today. I'm all over the place. Come and take money out of me at will. So you gotta take what it gives you. All right. Another, let's see, minute and a half till we get a new 5-minute bar. Let's look at the 5 and the 15. I'd like to see a break. I mean, that's always the case when you're short, right? So here's our 5-minute. Looking a little bit, like if we can get down here to 49, have some sellers get on there, I think we could push this thing a little bit lower. Where to is the question. Where to? So bears, right? Keep trying to fill that gap. All right, let's see if we can do it. Do it to it. All right, let's watch this now. There we go. I'm gonna buy one right here. A little bit more. Great. Very good. All right, so I'm still in 20% of that original position. Stop is like right here, which is real close. Well, it is a break even. It's a good entry on that one. I'm out of most of it, holding 20%. Watching to see if we can get down somewhere into here. So we took out that low, that's nice. I like that. See what we can do here. Yeah, sometimes the movement is like, it's really quick. Other times it takes a while, like the market needs some convincing of what it's gonna do. This one would have been a good place to add. I mentioned it here. I said, I'm thinking about adding. I didn't. But I just held what I had, was patient enough and waited to scale out. So scaled some right here at like 47. So now we'll watch it, see if we can get down into like this 40 level. If we get up here, I don't want it. There we go. Well, patience paid off, I'd say. Patience paid off. So still holding. We'll see what the tempo is like if we get lower. Looking for other scale out areas down here. So we're 1 hour into the trading day. Still short from above. A piece of one. What's going on here? can see. Let me mute this for a second. Wow. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. There was some feedback going through. I had to, so I'm live. I can pull up like my live screen, and then I just also went in to watch the live feed, and I was able to comment in there. So if you type something, which I saw JDM, and then other guy in there for the test. Thanks for the test. Appreciate it. I think the gold prospector, something like that. So yeah, I just pulled it up and saw your text that you sent in. Hopefully I can figure out a way to adjust this, but I might not be able to do it when I'm live, so we'll see. All right, watching like high 30s here, and I'll probably exit out of this thing. The remainder of it, that is. Watching tempo. So I'm gonna pull my stop down, or that trailing piece down to this area right now, try to trail it, and then just get out of it down here, just in case there is some kind of a pop. I don't anticipate that, but you never know, right? You never know. Want to hold for like 37. Maybe I'm foolish thinking to do that. The other day I had a good spot to scale out. It was at the overnight low, and just took it off a little bit soon, and then within 5 minutes it was at that level. So I'm going to move my trailing stop up a little bit more, or sorry, move it down a little bit more, hoping that we can push a little bit lower and then get out of this thing. There we go. Let's see if this is it. Trailing it pretty tight now. All right, I'm out. Out at this level. So my shorts are done. That's it. Flat, hanging out. Seeing what the market wants to do. Aware that Mr. Powell, Jerome Powell's speaking here. Another few hours. Got a little while yet. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my deal either. Like, this is Not that you need like a ton of data, just lightning fast. But just moving kind of slow. Moving kind of slow. All right. Well, every day is different, right? Every opportunity is different. This was it. Trade of the day, right here. That was the one. Had good positioning with that short up here, right? Was patient, thought about getting in here, thought I'll wait, let's give it some time. Got up above 40.55, knew that 60 was kind of an area of contention, and thought, well, if I'm shorting it here, so came up to here, pushed lower, then got involved, I think around here, or it might have been even here, thinking that if we got above 65, might get out of it, and then had a nice. This was kind of like the tell right here, comes up and then right away. Well, it seemed like a while because the market's moving so slow, but like, it didn't give you much resistance after that point, right? It just sold off, went down, hung out around there. Here's our high 30s. So I scaled that last little piece, right, like 40, half, right around where the market's at right now. This is it. So here's our 15-minute, just down, down, down. Definitely want to get better at holding some longer. I feel my position sizing is good as far as like not taking a lot of heat, but want to hold it longer. But we'll take that, take what I can get. So initially I said like 36, 37 was an area I was trying to hold out for. Let's see if we at least get 37. Feels like we will. So high 38s was my target from up above. I scaled out of some along the way. Here we go. I'm sorry, not high 38s. High 30s was my target from above. Now we're in the mid 30s. Here we go. I think JDM 500. Sorry, I can't see what you typed. I don't have it pulled up, but I think JDM 500 or 5,000. You're short at 40.52. That's cool. Wondering if you got short here or if you got short more around this area. Mid 30s, so 35, little pop. So just because 30s was my target doesn't mean I'm getting long here. Like I might if I see something, but we're just like steadily selling off. Market's pretty slow. Let me look at the overnight again. Let's look at the overnight. All right, so here's the 5-minute and the overnight price action. 30s was my target just because of, I like the peaks here during regular trading hours. Looking to see what might be another area. Where did we break out from above yesterday? Don't know. Not enough market generated information yet for me to really do anything. It's a little hard for me, like, because I only watch the market 8:30 to 10:30 Central. It's a little hard for me when I see it come to a level like in the afternoon. Yesterday it got up to what was the overnight high. Watching the minute chart, like looking at it, like, ooh, that was a nice setup to short that thing. But again, you can't get in all of them. You can't be involved in every setup. You're human, you're not a robot. So you just gotta manage the ones that you do get involved with well. Here we go, low 30s now. Very nice, very nice. Low 30s. Low 30s. Maybe it's better that I can't see comments. I don't know. It's tricky when you're like, you got levels, you got things you're seeing, and then, you feel strongly about it, and someone takes the opposite side of it. Like, makes you second guess yourself, or it does me at least. Sometimes it's helpful though to know, like, hey, you can be wrong on this trade, dude. Like, you don't have this thing figured out. You could be wrong just as much as you like it, long or short. Someone else could have very well. Well, someone else is taking the opposite side of that, right? Like I bought back down here, down at like 40, and someone else was selling, and they made the right move in the short term. So yeah, it's good to be mindful of that. All right, so 30 was our target. Came down to 30. It wasn't the high 30s. Well, it got my 37, 36. Should have held it. That's all right, though. Same thing. You can't touch the exact top to the exact bottom. Look at NASDAQ real quick. NASDAQ. Phone is blowing up. Blowing up. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see if we get a little bull flag. So let's see here. 920 down to 940. Another good question to ask is how long do I anticipate this trade to last? So based on the tempo of the day, I know if I would have been more cognitively thinking as I'm shorting up here in a trade that worked out well, if I'm asking myself, okay, like you're shorting here, you've got a target, down to the low of the day and then somewhere in the 30s, high 30s. What's your time frame? Looking forward to do that in 2 minutes, half a day, half an hour. What's your time frame on this, dude? That would be helpful. I'm going to try to buy just a little bit here. Small. I'm in a third of the position up from up here originally. Want to see it hold this 30 area, this area right here. See if we can get a little something going. Next area of contention is going to be this little pop up right here. There we go. Come on. Got another 2.5 minutes so we get a new 5-minute bar. Looks like it could be reversing here a little bit. I'm going to sell a little bit right here. Alright, so I'm out of half of that position and I'm just holding the other half. Again, it was small relative to this up here. It's all pretty small. But was in just a third of that original short. Watching the 5-minute, thinking that this could be kind of my signal for what I need to do. Let's see, 24. Definitely want to see it get above 41. Doesn't have to be in this push, but sometime soon. Alright, so 5-minute bar is like 20 seconds away from completing. Looking decent down here. Now again, anything can change quickly, right? Here's our 15-minute spike low down to 30. Here's our 5-minute. So it'd be nice if the selling if this was an area based on this bar where we kind of slow up with the selling, try to get some buyers in. Like I said, let's see, 41's the first area. And then next spot would be probably around the low of the former low of the day, right? Somewhere up around that area. So I'm out of half of this one. I've got to stop right at my entry, which is right here. So my stop's going to be at 34. See if we can push it up a bit. If it doesn't go soon, I might just get out of it. Again, I'm not like in love with this trade or married to it, but I'm in small enough and thought, well, I'll take my chances here, see if I can push the envelope a little bit. Try to ride it up to 41. So get a little bit more juice. I got a really tight trailing stop now. There we go. Right on. Close. My trailing stop's almost hit. Okay, I'm out. Took me out at like 39. Just like a short little one there, looking for a little bit of movement. All right, let's revisit that 5-minute again. And this could be the start of like a push back up this way. Again, maybe I entered out of it too soon. Probably did. Need to get better at holding them a little bit longer. So came up to 41, right? Sold it off. Or it got sold right around 41. I'm probably going to wrap it up here. I know what I'll do. I'll pull up my phone. That way I can just see real quick if there's any other comment or question. If so, I can try to answer on that. All right, let's see. Oh, I can't see it on here. Dang, I can only see it on my desktop. Turn that off. Oh, well done, JDM 500. Bought back at 40.32. Good job. Very nice. All right, there we go. Pushing above 40, 41. I'll be wrapping it up here soon. So, what do you know? All right. Let's revisit what I read earlier. What do you know? Happened to take some winning trades and set my mind up to have a winning performance every day. So, oops, let me turn this off. So in that book that I read earlier, the training coach, he's an Olympic gold medalist, and he says, I can and will have a winning performance every day. And I know I mentioned I'm defining my winning performance as just watching and observing without emotion, right? Not fearing I'll miss the move, and then just executing with stops and targets in place. There's certainly things that need to be improved. I mean, there always are, no matter what level you're at. But if I grade myself based on those criteria, if to me that's a winning performance, number one being to manage my emotions. And if I've done that, then that's fantastic. I should be happy about that. I should, celebrate that fact. And secondly, if part of a winning performance means not sitting here fearing that I'll miss out, that's a good thing too. And then executing with stops and targets in place. Last one, again, needs a little bit of work. Stop was in place. Targets could have been a little bit better planned out here, a little bit more patience. But hey, it's a work in progress. Last scale out, I'm pleased with that one. So yeah, definition of a winning performance. I can and will have a winning performance every day. Good stuff. All right, y'all. Anyone who's watching, have a great day. Happy trading. Do it again tomorrow. Turn this off on just gonna mess. Yeah, darn it, for some reason I can't see the comments here. Settings. I know I'm still live. We'll let it do its thing. Who knows? I might even take another trade if I see something good. But I don't see comments on the side here. Not seeing it. Not seeing it.